I've just been sitting in my recliner thinking and just reflecting. There is a judgment coming to America. And the thing is, it's beyond your control, it's beyond my control. It's divinely orchestrated. You may not agree with how the judgment comes to America. You may not agree with how it is delivered. And it's not going to be very pleasant to watch. It's not going to be very pleasant to go through. It's going to be like life-shattering, totally life-shattering. It's not a bed of roses. Someone said, I don't like listening to Gina because she's just so pessimistic. Good morning. Good morning. I listened to part of a speech that Trump did yesterday at some kind of convention. And you know, the Israeli Jews are different than the American, like, Jews in their, some are more liberal than others. And he was saying, you know, he done more for Israel than any other president. And there was no wars under him. And still he had only got maybe 24 or 26% of the vote from the Israeli Jews. He goes, and right now, he goes, it's rose to 40. The poll just came in. That means 60% are voting for Kamala. They're voting for the Democrats. He said, if I am not elected within 2 years, I forget what he said. It wasn't good, but still, just hearing him speak, he started off very peaceful. But as he spoke, he said, you know what? You didn't do me right. You did not do me right. I've done more for Israel than any other president. No. Just the overall spiritual feeling I got as he was speaking, oh, I could feel it. Oh, I literally could feel it in the whole entire spiritual realm, what he was saying, what's going to happen. It is a type of judgment. It is. I'm going to say it like this. If and when he becomes president, there will be judgment, massive, unrelentless judgment that will take place. And it's going to spread really far and wide. Even though this country is in massive decay, this country is rotting from the inside out, truly rotting. And it's been a planned rotting that has taken place. And that's a very strong word to use. It's like when you buy fruit or you get some vegetables like a potato, it looks really nice on the outside until you get to the core and it is black and rotten. Just like some of the fresh fruit that you get, it's rotten. This country is spiritually and morally, it's rotten because of the leadership of this country. And there's been both Democrat and there's been both Republican, but then it's just a label. It's just a name. It is. Yeah, you'll be offered more freedom and you're given more freedom, but that freedom to do whatever you want comes at a price. It does. Freedom for all comes at a price. You get freedom to do the things you really morally should not do, but you're encouraged to do them. And you're given your freedoms if you try to walk the straight and narrow, more or less, if you try to be the good person, the good Samaritan and things like that, and do what you should do, it's like that good Samaritan has become the person who's lying on the side of the road, more or less. And they're just walking right on by you, and you're not getting no help. You're not. It's like a reversal of things that has happened. There is judgment coming to America. And you may not like how that judgment is delivered. You may not like hearing this, but spiritually speaking, it's coming because this country is in moral decay, inside and out. And it has been infiltrated by the darkness. Slowly over time, it's been infiltrated. And the news has played a major, major role in spreading the poison, in letting you know what the agenda is. And it is one-sided. It's not two-sided. It's a one-sided news. They're not going to talk about the real issues at hand. They're going to distract you with drama, chaos. They're going to put in front of you what they want to put in front of you. They're not going to talk about the real issues. I really don't see life. I don't hear life. I don't read about life for the inside of the majority of the people. I hear the opposite, total opposite. It's like the mass of population, the literally bulk of the population in the United States. You don't matter. You truly do not matter. And it doesn't matter what color your skin is or anything like that. That doesn't matter. The bulk of the population of the United States has been forgotten about. You don't matter. They're telling you what matters, and they're coming up with the slogans, Black Lives Matter, or whatever else they want to be played, playing, flipping the tables and all of that kind of stuff, while your rights are trampled upon, while you're forced to take a vaccine, more or less, or you're going to lose your job. You're not allowed to work here if you don't do what we say. And then how is it? It was so important for everyone to get it, and now they've waived it. Oh, it's okay. Call those people back. Those people that we told them they didn't have a job. Bring them back. Bring them back. You can have your job back. Well, they don't want their job back. They don't want their job back after what you did to them, because you caused them psychological trauma. You caused them to lose everything in some cases. You let them know how important it was, how important they were, by demanding that they follow your orders. Really, that's what it's boiled down to. And if it was so like that, you notice you could still go to the grocery. You could still touch all the canned goods. You can touch the doorknobs. You can still go to the restaurants. You can still touch the gas pumps. You could do everything you wanted. That didn't really truly make a difference. If it was really, really bad, everything would have come to an absolute complete stop. But a lot of bad has happened as a result. A lot of families got destroyed. A lot of individuals are no longer here as a result. It's like a depopulation also. It's kind of sinister if you think about it. But America is, judgment's coming. It's like some kind of alien entity, alien life force, some demonic entity Some demonic life force has truly wielded its power in America and all over the world. I'm not going to say it's not powerful. It's extremely powerful. It's like it wanted to create a stampede on the human race. Just imagine a spiritual stampede, stamp out as many as you can and keep doing it. Create a spiritual stampede where you stampede your undesirables underneath your feet. I'm not looking at the comment section because I'm trying to maintain my train of thought. There is judgment coming to America. And it's not the kind of judgment some people think, oh, yeah, it's because you did us wrong for all this. It's time for us to rise. No, I'm not talking about that. It's much deeper than that. And if you buy that, then you're buying the lies that the media tells you, that the scholars, you buy the little things that they're putting together. You're gullible. You really are gullible if you're buying into what they're saying. It's much deeper. Do you see what is at stake? It's spiritual. You don't fit in. You truly don't fit in because you're not made to fit in. You say, I don't feel like I don't belong here. And it's true. You don't. It's like the world, the groundwork is already being laid. And anybody that gets in the way of the paving of this road that they're trying to pave, because they are trying to pave, you're going to get underneath the pavement. You're going to get plowed under. They're going to pave the road with you, spiritually speaking. And that's what they've done. They've wielded their power. They have. They've been wielding their power for years, because this didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6. Oh, no, it's been carefully planned out. They've been wielding that power. But as the years have progressed, the power has become even more stronger, and more far-reaching. More powers have been given to this power. And it's like in the future, this power, this instrument of power that's out there, spiritually speaking, it's going to be turned backwards on itself and those who supported that power. It's literally going to turn on itself. It's like having a sword, swinging a sword back and forth, doing whatever you want to do. That sword's literally going to turn back against all the people that supported that power, but it's going to be turned back in divine judgment. It cuts both ways. It cuts both ways, and it literally turns around and comes back to the person who's wielding that sword, that spiritual entity. It cuts it down too. That's what's coming in the future. It's judgment. It's judgment. And it's not going to be pleasant. It's going to be painful to go through if you make it through it, because you're going to be stuck in it. You're going to be stuck in this quagmire, this like a swamp. It's a swamp. Swamp of evil. Truly. It's like a quicksand. The more you even try to move, you sink even further. You sink further. Because that's how they created it. The sword is literally going to turn back on the wielder of that sword. It's kind of like the Lord of the Rings. That's what came to my mind right now. How the dark armies just came in, and there was only a few holdouts. And then some kind of supernatural power came, and it abolished. It got rid of all the dark forces. Just like it was supernatural that occurred. But it got very ugly because they ravished the land. They destroyed all that it came in contact with, because that's what its desire was, is to destroy and take over. It's coming. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't stop it. You can't. The scales are so unbalanced. Truly, they're literally unbalanced. There is no balancing that's taking place. They got to be balanced. They literally got to be balanced. It's like that, balanced. It's not a teeter-totter right now. Oh no, it's literally, the scales are literally tipped right now. And in order to balance it, it's going to take a divine intervention. It's going to take divine judgment to balance it, and it's not going to be good. It's not. Because it's not going to be just like this, because you can't have it. You can't have the scale tipping one way or the other. You cannot. And in order to get the scale tipped to where it's balanced, it's going to have to literally, it's going to have to wake up a lot of people. A lot of people are going to have to realize what's happening. It's going to be too late for some, and it's already too late, because some will never wake up. But those scales are going to be balanced. You may not be here when they are, those spiritual scales. I may not be here, but I'll see it in the spiritual realm. If I'm not, I'll see it. I'll see it happening. I'll feel it. The whole entire spiritual realm will feel it. You can probably liken it to the battle that took place above, and a third of the angels were hurled down. They're not in the realm that we live in. I mean, I believe they can be interdimensional, come and go as they please, but it is a spiritual battle that has spilled over. It will reach a climax. It will truly reach a climax. And you'll feel the judgment. You'll look around and think, well, I wish this wasn't, I don't like what's happening. It's not, it doesn't matter whether you like what's happening. You may not like what's happening. When you look around and you see people you know, or see things literally being destroyed, it's part of that divine judgment. It's going to get ugly, really ugly, before those scales start to become balanced. I'm going to go. There's judgment coming to America, spiritual judgment, because of what's been done. And some may call this a reset, because there's records of resets that they hide. You can say Noah's flood was a reset. You can say the Great Mud Flood, the Tartaria was a reset, all these things. But it's much deeper than that. And those UFOs and those flying ships and stuff, and the Atlantis and all of that kind of stuff, they all are tied into this. It's all a part of it. It's like a continuing cycle. Continuing cycle. So I'm going to go. That's what I had to say. And I said I want to open up this book this morning. It's a little book. I got to find it. I opened it up. It was September the something when I opened it. I just stood there and opened it up. And let me see if I can find the spot where I opened it. I'm trying to get to it. Let me do this, you all. Let me stick this right here. Hold on. I want to find the exact page that I just opened it up in. If I can get to it. Oh, yeah. This is what I opened it up to. It said, when things go wrong. I just picked it up. I said, what am I going to open it up to? Because it's going to be something bad, and it really was. It says, when things go wrong, do not be afraid or discouraged because of this vast army For the battle is not yours, but God's. It's First Chronicles, let me see if I can read it, 20:15. No, it's Second Chronicles. I'm going to read the thing that's underneath it. Sometimes you may feel that there is no reason for you to continue fighting the battle. You feel defeated and you want to give up. When these feelings get the better of you, you have probably ignored God, overwhelmed by the forces against you. You have allowed the evil influence of evil to affect you negatively. By displaying such an attitude, you have subconsciously acknowledged that the destructive forces have greater control over your life than the omnipotence of your Heavenly Father. Hold on to the timeless truth, to your loyalty to God and to everything that He represents. Choose to join the forces with the dynamic power of justice. And then no negative or destructive force can stand against you. So that's what it read this morning. Lord, help me to count my blessings during crisis. You will never abandon me. Even in difficult times, I can count on your blessings. Amen. That's what I opened it up to this morning. I haven't even been on the internet. I haven't. But I really do. I feel it's coming. That judgment is coming big time. And it's not against a singular, it's not against, it's not based on your skin color, okay? It's not. It's much deeper than that. It's spiritual judgment. It is. They've been trying to divide. It's an old game. It's getting really old, dividing people. It's getting really old. Pitting people against one another. It is. So, yeah, there's trolls in here. Do you think I even acknowledged any comment? No. Doesn't matter to me because I had something to say. Destruction's coming to America. And the scales are literally like this, spiritually speaking. There's good people on both ends. They got good in their heart, and they're trying to hope for the best. They're hoping for the best, but you're going to find out what you put your hope in, and it can go both ways, is not going to bring you that hope on the inside, because this hope on the inside has got to always be here. You cannot put it on a human being. Humans will let you down. But God can use human beings to usher in divine judgment. You may not like it, but there's nothing you can do about it, because this literally, it's beyond me, it's beyond you. What's at stake, what's at play is literally the higher realm. Big time, way up there. So I'm going to go, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and thank you, if there's moderators on here, thank you. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Hey, Al, honey. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. I know it's difficult for some because the evil is embedded so deep within your being.